Rodney, you're in the fucking way. Hey now, what's up? Dude, get your game on, go play. I'm going to play with... That sounded weird. Okay. Welcome to Box Office Banter, everybody. I don't know where the accent came from. That was actually genuine. It just came out of me. We, of course, are doing a very, a more serious tone movie in Good Will Hunting. This is episode 24, by the way. If you've not watched this before, check out our other 23 episodes. Pretty please. We jumping right into this one? Tyler looks ready.
Go. No, dude, I'm trying to tighten my mic stand. It almost came off.
Okay.
Sorry.
Excuse the fuck out of me, man.
Will solves that theorem.
Is that what happened?
What about that?
Rodney, I really think you should start this. You have a lot of talking to do on this, right? Because, it is a favorite of yours.
I've seen the movie once.
Is that right?
So,
interesting. Did you all realize that Goodwill is actually the guy's name? Because it's good. Me too. I'm just saying stupid shit. Go ahead.
It actually took me a while to realize it.
All right, Rodney.
Good Will Hunting starts off kind of like John Wick, and
what the fuck are you talking about?
His dog dies, right?
If y'all would let me
dude.
finish.
Okay, go.
Did the dog die?
So it starts off in a kaleidoscope kind of deal, and you see Will doing theorem work and advanced math stuff and all sorts of shit you wouldn't think. So the vibes start off for this movie. You already know it's going to be a complex movie. So you got him doing his math equations.
That's debatable.
And then the vibes just kind of flow into it, and it turns into a beautiful movie.
Yeah, beautiful yet graphic, though. This movie, for whatever reason, when I think of Good Will Hunting, my mind goes to PG. I don't know if that's just me, but for some reason I think of it and I don't... the first few F words come on the screen, and there isn't necessarily things that happen in the movie that are vulgar actions-wise, but literally they're over here talking about masturbating. We love that here. They're talking about...
Check out First Monday Mayhem.
Yeah. They're talking about fuck that bitch, whatever the fuck that boss said. It's just whoa. It just always takes me back, because I'm never fully in it to that extent. I'm like, oh, a lovely movie. Robin Williams, he's so... charming. It's gonna be so you can show this to your kids, and I know where Ben Affleck's go fuck yourself, and it's Jesus, this is actually a little darker, dude. And I gotta say, those opening credits, man,
they were awesome.
They were. There was just fingers that popped in every once in a while and words. It was fucking great. Anyways, legit though, you can just see from the opening credits all the actors. You're like, dude, this is a star-studded fucking cast. I'm in for a treat. Wouldn't you agree, Rodney? Wouldn't you agree?
I am down and happy with anything if it has Stellan Skarsgård in it. Honestly, any of the Skarsgård brothers, I'm in. I'm watching it. But yes, the cast for this movie is actually very incredible. And the fact that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote this script...
You didn't say that right.
...themselves, huh?
You didn't say Matt Damon right, dude.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. You got to, dude. You have to. There's no way.
But yeah, they wrote a amazing, actually an Academy Award worthy script.
I thought it did win one.
It did.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
That's not even
it
worthy.
won one Academy Award.
Yeah, I gotta say, dude, the Afflecks, of course, Matt Damon, and the guy from Dazed and Confused, whoever the fuck that guy is, I forget his name, Cole Hauser.
Cole Hauser. Yeah,
but I always think of him from Dazed and Confused, and he still looks like he did in that movie. The chemistry, it's not just the acting. You believe that they're a core group of friends, for sure. I will say this much. They can't fight worth a fuck. I don't know. That fight scene was ridiculous.
At the beginning with the guy that beat him up in kindergarten or whatever.
Oh, my God.
About that one?
Yeah, it's not. They see it, the basketball court. Yeah. It's not the best slow-mo. Especially now we have all these dope-ass, kung fu movies in slow motion with the fighting.
I 100% disagree with you on this.
Okay. It's so fake looking. It's not.
Let's hear your counter argument, Rodney.
Come on, man. You know fights.
Well, first off,
you've been clouded.
I'm a martial arts lover.
Black belt?
Just as well. Well, I'm beyond.
Tyler's
a
dog lover, so.
A dog lover or a dog fucker?
I am. Don't say that. Why would you do that?
Damn. That's. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm trying to keep it under wraps.
Rodney,
I'm not gonna say it. Rodney's got to get up. 1,
Okay.
2. Like he's down on the mat.
The scene we're talking about, first of all.
What was that again?
We
I already
skipped
forgot.
over
It's very forgetful
the
movie.
fight scene.
I'm just playing.
The double burger scene starts it off, and the double burger scene is so amazing to me. I think it's hilarious. But he talks about putting the burger on layaway, give him his 16 cents, at the end of every week, and then he can finally get his burger. Like that scene right there, you kind of see the relationship they have and how like
the
Casey Affleck gets
good.
like bullied around a little bit. I guess he would be the youngest.
Yeah,
and then dude, I love Cole Hauser's character. By
he's
the way,
underrated
he's like
in general. He's always good in movies.
He really is. I haven't seen a bad movie with him in it, honestly.
Yeah, he always just kind of sneaks in, and you're like, oh yeah, Cole Hauser. I never talk him up, but he's probably a little underrated, if anything.
But then dude, right before the fight, you have that little dialogue between Casey and Ben. And he's like, you need to get out there. And he's like, I'm not going to. And then it's like, well, if you're not out there in 2 seconds and when I'm done with them, you're next. Yeah. Of course, in Boston accent, I can't do that.
Great dialogue.
But then that's what I'm talking about is that leads to the fight, which the fight is where you first get to see how close these guys like really are. Like this is where it shows like, these guys are a family like, oh, I'm going to go beat this random, but this guy up. I need y'all with me. And they are. So it's like the slow motion, I can see where people think it's cheesy and shit. But the thing is like the way the music's played in it too, by the way, that song, it's dope.
You can definitely make a case, and that's what makes a good fight. It ain't even the fight itself. A lot of it is what's writing before. Like the best fight scenes, like not here, but have a great villain, and that's what makes them so good. There's something behind them. Everything you're saying is exactly right. There's something behind it, so it elevates the fight. But just going off of pure... like how it's shot, it just is like, what is this? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, they got the reactions of the kids in the park and everything.
Rodney, you're wrong. I'm just playing. But yeah, no, that's just my piece. I feel you, man. I really do, and I already know this is your movie. So
this movie's okay.
It's okay. It's okay, dude. And dude, when Damon's talking shit to the long-haired blonde dude, this is another half and half for me. Part of me is like, this is the lamest fight in the fucking world because they're just like, oh, yeah, if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to do this. And they're getting all technical. But the other part of me is like, he's owning this fucking dude. And it oddly really works and actually gets me pretty fucking hyped up. I don't know how y'all feel about that scene.
I tend to lean more towards your side, Brandon, with it didn't really do a lot for me with the slow motion and stuff.
Okay.
I did like the dialogue before, like Rodney was saying. With the burger and the layaway part, but the whole fight scene felt not off, but
yeah, but I'm talking about past that now. When he's the long-haired douche guy, they're in the bar or whatever. He started
when he first sees Minnie Driver.
Yeah, and when he first meets her, and he starts talking shit, and then Matt Damon
comes in.
He comes in, shuts it down, like, okay, you think you're so smart? So it's like smart versus smart, and it's kind of like this is just fucking lame. But then as it goes on, you're like, damn it, if it doesn't work, though. It really does. What about you?
No, I liked it both. I love the fight scene.
Okay.
I even put that in my notes. And the dialogue just makes it that much better.
Okay, now how did y'all feel about the accents? Because I think the accents were good. I think Matt Damon's accent was really good. But it's like... the accent started to feel like, I don't know, like the way he does his accent in the movie, it legitimately like puts me in like a comedy mood almost. Like it's the way, I wish I could do an impression. This is the one impression I won't try. I can do a New York accent. I can't do a Boston accent. They kind of go hand in hand, but yet I can't do Matt Damon's. It sounds like something I'd hear on Family Guy, like when they do their Boston accents. It just, when I'm watching it, I can't take it serious, even though he's doing a good job of it. It's more of everything else around the movie, not the movie itself. It's not its fault. It's more of things that have happened after it. Maybe even Family Guy had something where they made fun of this, for all the fuck I know. But my mind immediately goes like Family Guy, that kind of comedy, when Matt Damon's in the full-fledged accent in this movie. And that hurts it for me, even though, admittedly, it's not a fair, scratch-off. Y'all buy scratch-offs often? We'll say that for Monday Mayhem.
I'm gonna start off and say you're wrong. And
I like it. It's subjective, sir.
Just kidding. Yeah. So, no, I mean, I see where you're coming from, though. Like, because there are times...
I know I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'm an idiot.
No, I am though. Like when I'm watching it, I'm literally like, he's doing a good job. You shouldn't feel this way, but
I do.
I feel this way.
Well, here's the thing. Like Matt Damon's Boston accent I think it's incredible, but there are times where I do feel like I can hear the acted part of the Boston accent. Like he's trying too hard at this point. But for the most part, like I thought his accent was really smooth. But
no, it's good.
Casey Affleck has the best Boston accent in this movie, in my opinion.
It's natural as fuck. Ben Affleck's, I feel like, kind of comes and goes. Like, it's not like it comes and goes during the scene, but certain scenes, I feel like he's selling the shit out of it. And other scenes, I'm like, I can't really hear it as much here as even trying to do one. Kind of throws me off there. But, of course, the long-haired fuck. Back to him.
Love it.
I'm sorry. I know you have long hair. I don't mean in general. Just this specific.
No, his hair is way longer than mine.
Long-haired fuck. Of course, you get the great line, do you like apples?
I wrote that down.
Yes. Okay, you
I
can
did
finish
too.
it.
How do you like
No, you can go ahead.
apples?
How do you like? Say it with your chest, Rodney.
Oh, I'm saying it?
Yeah, go for it. This is your time to shine, dude.
Do you like apples?
There you go.
Yes.
You
Yeah. Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
there you go.
It slams it against the window real hard. Yeah. And then John Wick comes in and destroys all the guys that he's hanging out with, the blonde guy,
Deleted scene there.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a director's cut.
Gotcha.
But no, I think it was brilliant what he did there. Instead of making it a physical fight, he made it a fight of like wits
The
and of
mind.
like yes. And
That's what I'm
it's
saying. It
great
oddly
because
works.
he comes off as like, oh, this dude knows his shit, But then when Matt Damon comes in, and how smoothly does he just brush himself in there, and he's like, okay, you're plagiarizing shit that I sped read, probably 4 different times.
For fun.
Like, yeah, so it's like, dude, the way he took him down was just so brilliant, and I think it was well justified too by the apple scene, by the way.
And that is gonna stick with that guy and hit him way harder than any punch ever would.
Oh, for sure. Sticks and stones may break my bones.
But words
will
always
always
hurt me. Yeah, there you go. I was about to say, I was like, okay.
Pretty
it's
sure
going
we
the
all
wrong
three
way.
said something different.
Yeah. Well, damn, that doesn't really work. Yeah, dude. And there's really something to the wasted talent of Damon's character, dude. Will. Like, it's just, like...
He's so smart, but he's a janitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
say,
like, think about this. He's like, hey, you talking shit? You talking shit,
It's
bro?
like, you think Matt Damon
Swing
was
on, you
awful
fool.
at this?
No, I never said that.
Okay.
He's just
Rodney
got a
got
terrible
so
accent.
defensive.
No, misplayed. He's got a good accent. And there's something to it, man, but you even hear it when the judge is talking. Like, he's been in and out of foster homes.
had
He's
that
been
next.
abused. Like, all these things are so crucial to that because we just like to throw people away. But some people just get a bad draw, man. They truly do.
Yeah, and you hear the judge say that he had like several assaults on his case, grand theft auto,
Via words.
and you see that he's more troubled than you knew up to this point, and that's when you really start to find out more about his past life.
Yeah, it kind of slowly comes out.
Well, it shows you like kind of almost like a teaser of like what he's been through, but it only tells you so much. So in that scene, you think, oh, okay, so this is what was
What's going on?
so it's like so whenever Jesus Christ, what was I talking about?
Jesus Christ
They
wasn't in this
slowly-
movie.
Oh
done
yeah,
that.
they
You just
only
gotta
show
come
you
flat
like
out and admit
it's
it.
like a snippet. So like when you're watching it, you're like, okay, so this is what he's been through. But then as we'll get to later on, you find out like really all that he's been through and shit, and it's pretty crazy. The character development for Will Hunting is fucking beautiful.
Yes, it's great. All the smoking in these places was just throwing me off. I guess I'm so used to like not being able to smoke in certain places now, but he's just like lighting it up in the therapist's office, in the police station. Like, it just, I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of where we're at now as a society. Like, just seeing someone light up on cue in the middle of a room. Like, I legitimately feel like I'm in the movie. I'm like, whoa, you can't do that, man.
Well, I'll take it one step further. We can't even go anywhere now because everything's shut down with COVID. Can't
Rodney's
even go to
over
a
there
bar.
Like, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Everything is shut down with COVID. I don't even think he was trying to say a joke. And Rodney's over there like, God dang, bruh. It's funny because it's true. That's what makes it so good. Yeah, dude. Anyways.
You notice how he's had all his cases thrown out because he was quoting
So smart.
Yep. Dude, he's
that,
a genius.
The judge was like,
borderline,
look,
at least.
you've had all these charges, and yet you get, basically all the charges get dropped because you're quoting this and that. He's like, I don't care. You know, like you hit a cop, you're going down, and it's like, oh, shit. Good thing Stellan Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. That name alone gets Tyler hard.
Hard guard.
Because of Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so then you figure out Will's going to jail.
Really?
But then
No.
Professor Lambeau, I think he coached the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
He did.
For 6 months.
Second cousin.
He basically gets Will off, but under like certain conditions.
What kind
Tyler's
of conditions?
like, don't do this, guys.
Yeah, let's not get Will off here. I know what you mean. There's weird terms in these movies. Like Seven, we were talking about that, dude. He's like, just don't jerk me off. These 90s movies, dude. Incredible. Anyways, you're talking about masturbation? What were you talking about?
Yeah, twice a
got
day.
him off. Twice a day. Wow, I wish I had that type of...
He gets him to not go to jail anymore, but under certain conditions, he had to meet with him to work math problems or something, and then had to go see a therapist. And when he told Will that he had to go see a therapist, he just started laughing and was like, I don't need fucking therapy.
My notes, laughing at face and therapy.
I thought the laughing was...
I think that was a good addition to that scene. Like it also another character development issue anyway, so like because he's like telling him like, yeah, you know, nonchalant, like this is what's gonna happen, and then he says therapy, and Will just like looks at him and starts geeking pretty much. And it's like, dude, like he's like, I'm not doing therapy. It's like, well, it seems like you are.
You're going to jail then.
About them therapists?
Dude, the therapist, that shit was hilarious.
Oh my God! Ask one dude if he putts from the rough, or basically tells him,
I
I should say.
hide the fact that you're gay. He's like, what?
And then he fakes dude out. And he's talking about getting touched. See, dude, everybody talks about being touched from time to time. It just is going to come out. And he fooled the fuck out of him.
Tyler, 100%. Have you come out yet?
Oh, God.
Come out to the podcast because you haven't talked yet.
That's what I was meaning. This is Rodney's movie, so I'm letting him.
Dude, you got to give something. Yeah, but you got to do some
Robin
talking.
Williams was great.
But you literally can't revert
amazing.
into Rodney. Or what do you transferred your powers?
No, Rodney
style.
just has a better way of explaining this movie because he loves it. I just really enjoy it. Remember that one scene?
So that one scene
when
on
they
the park
first
bench?
meet?
Oh no. The next scene I had written down was
the park scene.
Yeah,
when Robin Williams goes that
like,
great monologue.
Amazing monologue, wouldn't you say, Rodney?
I gotta say something about that though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I gotta say something about
Let it be.
I read this as a fact, so
it's true. Google magic.
While they were filming that scene, they had like the park blocked off, so there wasn't that many like people around. But Robin Williams was such like a big celebrity at that time. They had like 3,000 people like behind the camera watching that as he was doing that scene.
And they were all quiet.
Yeah. Did you imagine the pressure of that though?
No,
3,000 people watching you do it.
Dude,
it only took one take too.
Really?
No, I don't know.
That
probably not.
With Robin Williams, I wouldn't doubt
That's
it.
one of those things that's like kind of like wow, but when you actually break it down in your head, it gets even more incredible. The fact that you could get 3,000 people, is that how many people you said it was?
That's what it said, yeah.
To be, was it 3,000?
3,000.
3,000. Andre 3,000? Or was it 3,000 people?
No, just people.
It's just Andre 3,000. Like, that's what I'm talking about, Will. Yeah, the fact that they could legitimately be completely quiet like that for the entirety of the scene. I almost don't believe it.
No, they were holding guns at them saying if you talk, you're getting shot. That's how they kept everyone quiet.
They just kept loading it over.
All right, back to the movie. This was terrible.
This is in the movie.
This is the movie.
I get you, though. It's like more behind the scenes type of shit. I do have to ask this. It kind of goes hand in hand with the therapy shit. Who did Afternoon Delight better, this movie or Anchorman?
Anchorman.
Yeah, easy for me. Anchorman. Afternoon Delight.
Yeah, that's Anchorman.
100%. But that popped in my head immediately. I'm like, oh.
Hey,
same.
does that one therapist remind you of Benny from The Mummy? And
You're on the wrong side of the river.
I didn't get to look it up to see if it was the same guy or not, but dude, I swear to God, it looks just like him.
It might be.
Maybe in like an older. I mean, The Mummy came out a long ass time. Well, no, they came out probably around the. No, it's not him. Never mind.
Dude, odd story about that.
I like how you solved your own question in your head. You broke it down
on the podcast.
Right,
we heard your thoughts as you were thinking them.
Good Lord, dude.
So,
Okay.
yeah, the park bench scene is incredible.
The park bench scene was incredible. What about the scene?
Williams just seems like an awesome teacher.
The story that Sean tells about how he met his wife.
Funny fact about that story.
It was
100% improv.
Really?
Robin Williams,
The hell is
100%.
improv?
Every bit of that was ad lib. Like Matt Damon laughing is like him genuinely cracking up, like laughing at that scene.
I did hear about that.
Huh.
So that's my take on this movie.
Peace. Yeah. All right, dude. I'll see you. Hit me up tomorrow or something, as our group of friends likes to say for some fucking reason. But in general, man, fucking Williams in this movie, dude. Sean, he just, like, obviously it's going to be in the script that he's got to get through to Will. You already know it before you start the movie, but you're going to watch it anyways. But it's the fact that he not only is slowly, I almost said churning that butter, baby.
I thought you were fishing.
I don't know what that would have meant, but he's slowly getting the wheel. Yeah, I know, but I got caught in the spot. But it's not only the fact that he's slowly getting through to Will and he's getting somewhere. It's the fact that it's believable. Like, he sells it like a motherfucker. You believe with every ounce of you that you're like, I could see this guy. Like, the last two therapists that, boom, gone. Williams, you're like, it's not just forced. It's so authentic. Like, you believe 100% that this character would get through to Will. Without question.
It was like they were helping each other out, honestly.
Yes.
They were both like therapizing each other.
Yes.
Like, especially like toward the end, which we'll get to, like you really get to see it like towards the end. Like,
yeah, that was literally my
they were
next
perfect.
Note.
You know, the chemistry alone between Damon and Williams is incredible. Is my mic on?
I hope so, dude.
It fucking, but don't even mess with it, because then you're gonna turn it off. I can already see it. Oh my!
What about Skylar? What did y'all think about Skylar?
I loved her.
Yeah,
Minnie Driver was like my first actress
Baby
crush
Driver.
From Tarzan.
Well, no,
when it started?
I actually watched this my first time. This movie, Good Will Hunting, at a very young age. I had somehow conned my mom and dad to get me the DVD or was it a DVD or I don't even know which one it was at the time, but I was in like middle school.
See, you show this to your kids, even though it's like fuckity fuck.
I don't think they knew what the rating was.
That's what I'm saying, but there's like this aura about this movie that I think it's more PG, and then I watch it and I'm just like blindsided. I'm like, whoa, hold on. So you had this in middle school?
Yeah, well, my first time watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was young.
I don't know how.
Minnie Driver, she's fantastic in this movie.
Yeah,
she is good.
She really is.
She's like the perfect girl.
Yeah, and like the fact that she don't do more movies is like, it's sad because she's like a really good
I was thinking about that. I'm like, I feel like I don't see her in a whole lot.
She did a few there for a while, and then she kind of just like fell off, and like she did a couple independents too, but. No. Yeah, Minnie Driver in this movie is fantastic though. Like her chemistry with Matt Damon was great too.
That's not honestly, how you say his name.
Matt Damon.
There you go. Good enough. What about? I don't know if you want to jump ahead this far, but this is how far I jump. When Will, dude, he shows in the scene when he goes off on old Skylar. Like, there's like these. people that have these kinds of problems, man, it is truly hard for them to love because they've never been accepted in any way, shape, or form. Like, he's not just rigid, he's rigid for good reason. And to see all that shit fall apart around him, you feel for him. But if you're looking at this in everyday life, say, you know, there's a random girl you're talking to and she did that, you would not have the time of day for her. You'd be like, we're breaking up like tomorrow. You don't want to see me anyways. But there is something to the trauma that fucks with people, dude. 110%.
I 100% agree.
Oh, you should
with everything you said.
Agree. I was actually just trying to see what you're doing. I saw y'all on the camera.
No, we were agreeing with you with our eyes.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Dude, and Skarsgård, dude. I love the line or whatever he says, like how he wishes he never met him so he wouldn't have to watch somebody like him throw it all away. It's like after that shit with Minnie Driver's character, he's on this collision path to do what he normally does. It's self-destruct, push everyone the fuck away. And it's like Skarsgård was the next stepping stone. And then, of course, who's he got to go to next? Mr. Therapist. Robin Williams.
I like the whole it's not your fault scene.
Oh my god.
Dude, it is so heartbreaking to watch that scene.
And that's coming off of him, Will, going off on Williams.
Yeah,
and
talking about his wife, his dead wife.
Yeah, like that's even low for Will, dude. Like in that moment. And what does Williams do, dude? You think, okay, maybe this is the end, but what does he do? He talks to, blanking on the name right now, but Skarsgård's character, Jerry. He is talking to him like, we can't give up on him, Jerry. And just to see that us as viewers, like I said, you can peel the curtain back and we can really see what's going on. That in the movie, obviously, this is real life to him because, you know, it's a movie to us, but it's obviously acting out real life. That he had the ability to see behind that curtain where most people didn't and realize that Will needed him more now than fucking ever, man. And that was a beautiful thing about it.
One scene I really loved was
the end.
The credits. When Robin Williams was telling Matt Damon about the whole story about the Red Sox game.
Yeah.
And how he went to that game or had tickets but then didn't go, and Matt Damon was like busting his balls like, you didn't go, your friends let you not go to go be with a girl. And then we see that kind of come full circle at the end when he writes that note or whatever and puts it in his mailbox.
Had to go see about a girl.
Yeah.
Yep. I loved how they tied that all together.
That one, and then the other, there was another callback in there too where Ben Affleck, which honestly, there's so many good monologues in this movie.
There really are.
Like you can make them all like a top 5, really. But
Affleck setting them straight.
Affleck, yes, in front of the pickup truck.
Yes, I thought that's where you were going.
That scene right there is
it.
so good and so deep, and it's like. He's like, and he starts it off like, look, you're my best friend. He's like, so don't take this the wrong way, and just lays it into like tells him straight up like the truth, you know. And it's a very emotional scene too. Like it's like one of 2 scenes where you actually see Will show emotions.
And
also.
he had to hear that from his best friend.
He did.
Yeah, he
and
said,
like, damn, everybody believes this.
He said something like the best 10 seconds of every day is walking up to your door and hoping you don't answer the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
And then he ends up doing that.
Yep, and that came full circle. Like,
and he was happy about it.
Yeah,
you saw
it was weird. Like,
feel good about
his reaction was weird. It was like at first he was like confused,
shocked,
and then he seemed a little bit sad. But I think it like really kicked in, and he was like,
he took my advice.
Hell yeah! So he was like, you know, hell yeah, dude, and he was real happy.
He was like, happy for him.
It was bittersweet. It was definitely bittersweet for him, and he acted it out well. Just his reaction to like, damn, this is real. Like I always kind of wanted this day to come, but you know, like you said, that's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely.
And he's obviously going to come back. It's not like he's going to be gone forever. And like that was the last time Ben Affleck seen him.
Oh yeah, and what they do, they got him a car.
And Casey Affleck got the front seat.
And
now.
what?
Yep, he got out of the back seat all smiling, ran up to the front.
Yeah, I mean, what a fucking dope gif. There's a lot of the last 40 minutes that I kind of talked about with Josh while we were watching it, and it was just there's a lot of like perfect cherry on top type moments. It's already good, but it's like, I wish it would do this. They did it. Yes. I wish it'd do this. They did it. Yes. And they're like, oh, I didn't think about that, but thank God they did that. They just really nail it on all cylinders down the stretch, dude. They truly do. And the other thing, you were talking about the crying scene, dude. Like, we were kind of talking, like, I feel like I legitimately, like, if somebody came up to me like that, it was just like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Everybody's got something in their life where they feel like it's their fault. And it
like,
probably wasn't.
Does he know?
Yeah, like, you just, like, that might break me down. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, but you need to stop right the fuck now, dude. So that's maybe my favorite scene in the movie. It's so believable, dude. So believable. And then how Sean, he says to Will that he's going to put his cards on the table and see what kind of cards he gets, which was a callback to what he was talking about earlier about how
he lost. He played his hand and he lost.
Yeah, well, like
about
Will.
His wife.
Yeah, I think Will literally told him something just like, "You're too afraid to play your cards," and that was like, again, fucking cherry on top. This is a cherry on top movie, dude. Rodney, when you're editing this, you just gotta have a big cherry drop down and just bounce like 3 times.
Right on the table.
Come down and cover us on a still frame for the rest of the podcast.
It's not gonna be a
I
cherry.
don't know, guys. I don't know how to do it.
It's gonna be like a fucking atom bomb, dude. It's gonna boom.
Just splat all over the table.
Oh my.
All right, what did y'all rank this? Rodney, you go first.
Rate.
Okay, so
Rate,
I also
not
like
rank.
how they were in the war together.
The war.
So my ranking
life.
for this movie is a 10.
Yeah, he's
out of
gonna
10.
do it.
Okay, it's in my.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's.
I
I'm
get
not
to
gonna
be
say
like I
where
am.
it's at, but it's in my top 50.
I know where it's at. Can I tell him?
Nope.
I do too.
Pretty please.
Nope.
It's worthy.
Nope.
Okay,
But
well,
yes, it's
All
my
right,
first 10.
Yeah, good rating, Rodney. But
Oh.
in all honesty, you got an 8.4 from me. That's good for me.
Nah, not too shabby.
So I can look at this movie objectively or subjectively. So, like, I know this is a good movie and it's deserving of a high score, the 9s or whatever. But
Yes.
But to me, it's
me
trash.
personally, it's kind of the same way I felt about Hereditary, which I wasn't here for that. I don't know how much you all touched on my views on it.
He
don't know
said
if
something
I
at the
did
end.
say
No, he did at the very end. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
I
Josh
told
ain't
your-
here.
I told your rating.
Hereditary is, I think, a great horror movie, but it's not my flavor
Yeah.
of ice cream. That's kind of the same way I feel about
When
Good
the
Will
fuck
Hunting.
did we get ice cream? You remember that movie?
Yes, the ringer.
Yeah.
I was thinking Corky Romano, the vanilla. I'll have the
But yeah,
the cookies of cream there.
Good Will Hunting's a great movie, but for me personally, I give it a 7. It's a good movie. Nothing special for me.
All film's subjective. You know,
But
it is what it is.
that's terrible. Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. And I was kind of on the wavelength. I like how Rodney's just turning his back on us completely.
You don't want to hear any of
He's
this.
completely still.
I gave it a good rating, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
okay.
I
No,
know.
you're good.
I gave it a great rating.
8.4 is great for me.
8's great. 8's great, but for me, this movie was a 7. Like basically the whole way through, and then they came with them atom bombs
Them
on
cherries.
top. Yeah, them cherries came in, bro, and somebody was just passing them
Popping
out,
cherries left
and
right.
they just nailed it. Everything I wanted to happen happened. The last 30, 35 minutes, and some things I didn't even think about happening. I was like, and they did that. Thank God. What a great idea. And the last 35 minutes just connected on all cylinders for me, bringing it up a whole point to an 8 and making it a great movie.
Why are your eyes closed? He's been talking and his eyes been closed the whole time behind them sunglasses.
No, they haven't.
I know, it's just funny if I fucking said that.
Was you sleeping?
It's not funny, dude. No, I'm just playing.
Was you
Hey, now you
sleepwalking?
legitimately like threw me off. I was like, were my fucking eyes closed?
No, I just thought it'd be funny if like they thought your eyes were closed and you were just talking behind them. That's why you're wearing them sunglasses. All
Yeah,
right,
dude.
go on with your spiel.
I got a concussion. My spiel is basically done, dude. It's done.
We ready to
So
wrap
you gave
this
it a
up?
So,
7?
we're ready to wrap
Great
it.
movie.
Great.
Great movie.
All right. Great
Tune
movie.
in
Goodwill Hunting.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday we're doing. Oh yeah.
Now, about to say you want to do Box Office Banner Movies on Facebook. That's all caps on movies, double O's. Join that fucking team. We're trying to get to 1K, and we have a giveaway at 1K. We're almost there. We're about 240, 230, something like that shy. Make it happen.
Box Office Banner on YouTube. Subscribe there. Watch every video we post, top 5s and the podcast. Official Box Office Banter on Instagram where we post clips, and then the link to the podcast, and Spotify at the official Box Office Banter. Listen to us any time of the day, any podcast we put out. Is that it?
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it. Cut it.
Peace.